where we are continuing our coverage of that conflict. We want to take you inside Ukraine now. Russia is carrying out a full-scale attack on the country from multiple directions. And Holly Williams is in Kharkiv, which is only about 20 miles from the border. She's joining us now. Holly, good morning. I know that you got almost no sleep last night. I think only a couple of hours. So I want to know how things are on the ground there. What's going on right now?
Yeah, Anne-Marie, you'll have to forgive me if I'm not very coherent. Like many Ukrainians, I was up all night. Beginning at just after 5 a.m. local time, we started hearing a series of loud thuds, a dozen, maybe 24 of them, clearly large explosions. They've actually continued sporadically. Ukraine then announced that it was under attack. It said that they were Russian missiles targeting its military facilities, its military infrastructure. Ukrainians were told to take cover in bomb shelters, and Ukraine now says that Russian forces have come across its borders, including just near where we are here in Kharkiv, although we've not seen them inside the city at this point. Ukraine says that it will distribute weapons to volunteers and veterans so that they can fight. And speaking to that point in a rallying speech to his people overnight, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky said, quote, "You are courageous, you are unbroken, you are Ukrainian."
Holly, just how much warning did you get? We know that Vladimir Putin was on television, but I don't know if everyone expected this type of attack. We were all aware of the fact troops were coming into the region where you are, but I don't know if missiles were also something that people were preparing for.
Right. Well, like in a general sense, there have been warnings that an invasion could be imminent for weeks. It's why I've been here on and off for weeks. But when it came down to it, we had just minutes between President Vladimir Putin appearing on Russian state TV saying that this was happening, there was going to be an operation, and then the missile strikes quite close to where we are in Kharkiv. During that speech on Russian TV, President Putin said, quote, "Russia's plans do not include an occupation." But he did say that Russia will seek to demilitarize Ukraine. Now, given that Russia has denied for weeks and months that it had plans to invade Ukraine, we don't know how much trust can be placed in that. And we don't know what a demilitarization would look like. Are they trying to wipe out the entire Ukrainian military? On its part, Ukraine says that this is a full-scale invasion, and there are grave fears that this could end up being the biggest land war in Europe since World War II.
So, to that point, Holly, there are going to be a lot of people here who are not even going to be able to find Ukraine on the map. They may not understand the significance of this move by Russia. Can you sort of flesh that out for us?
Yeah, I think from the very start of this crisis, Anne-Marie, the US government and its allies have been speaking to that very point. They've been trying to make it very clear that this is not just a kind of neighborhood dispute, a territorial dispute 5,000 miles from the US, but rather this is about principles that are potentially important to every nation, including the sovereignty of independent nations and democracy, in this case protecting Ukraine's young democracy. In fact, we've heard from the Ukrainian foreign minister in a tweet who said that, quote, "The future of Europe and the world is at stake." What does Ukraine want now? Well, they're asking for sanctions on Russia now. They want Russia to be isolated internationally, and Ukraine wants more weapons so that they can continue to fight back.
All right, Holly, thank you very much. Stay safe. Appreciate it.